Hi guys, welcome to Asian Petrol. Today we have the 2021 Genesis G80 all-electric vehicle. Genesis calls it electrified Genesis G80. Basically it is all-electric vehicle from the Genesis, but it's not based on the all-new eGMP platform, just like Hyundai Ioniq 5, Kia EV6, or Genesis GV60. Rather, it's just based on the same original Genesis G80 platform. So I'm going to tell you what are the advantages and disadvantages of sharing the platform soon while we talk about the exterior designs. But for now, since it's snowing heavily here in Korea, I just really wanted to take a quick moment and tell you how to drive in very heavy snow conditions, especially how to drive all EV car, during this heavy snowfall. So stay tuned, guys. We're going uphill, no problem. So before we do anything, let me just tell you a little bit about this car. This car has a dual motor system, so one motor up front, one at the rear, producing about 272 kilowatts and 700 Newton meters of torque. That is same as Genesis GV60 performance. So you don't want to be, flooring it because it's got so much torque. Especially, electric motors, electric EV cars do have instant torque. So you don't want to be like slamming on the accelerator because it will upset the chassis and shake the car like this. So rather you have to be very gentle, right? Gentle. If you can't, put the car into like comfort mode or even eco mode, because in sports mode it will upset the chassis even more. So you rather have to push the gas pedal very gently. And also same goes for the brake pedal. If you just slam on it, you see the ABS is working, but it's not going to do much good. So you rather have to gently not slam on the brakes, gently push the brakes as well. So the best thing is do not freak out. Just gently on the gas pedal and gently on the brake pedal. And we also have paddle shifters. This is to activate the regen brakes. To the right, this one actually turns on the auto regen brake, but I strongly suggest you turn it off because time to time the regen brakes just suddenly comes in and upsets the chassis, so it just tends to shake the tail a little bit. So if I were you, I would just turn it off. And the tires are very important too. We have a Michelin Premises full season tires, so it's all right. And we also have a dual motor system, so even on this uphill we have no problem. You see, I was just pushing on the gas pedal, it just shakes the tail a little bit. So, and when it does, you just don't panic, right? Ease off the gas and just let the car find traction, and it will soon, because nowadays we have a good ESC and everything. The car will find traction soon. So when the car starts to drift or slide, don't go like this, right? It will just upset the car even more. So my advice, first advice is do not panic and go easy on the gas and also brake system. And when you're especially making U-turn, do not go easy on the gas pedal as well. And I told you, tires are very essential, very critical thing for the winter driving, because let's say you're driving like a performance car with the summer tires, it's not gonna do anything. It does not matter if you have like 600 horsepower, turning the rear wheels, because it's no matter what you do, it's not gonna have a traction. So, I suggest if you have like a really performance car, do not drive it during heavy snowfall. Just drive it when it's dry and warm. So, and make sure you have a full season tire. And if it's gonna snow really heavily, make sure you prepare snow chains, or even there's like spray chains, snow too. So so basically just and when it's really snowing heavily, the adaptive cruise control, maybe on the way we're gonna demonstrate, but adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist might not operate as it should because the radar sensor can be blocked with all the snow. So, in other words, you cannot see anything. So I suggest you not use the adaptive cruise control or lane keep assist when it's snowing really heavily. Okay, and about the steering wheel too, no sudden movement. If you go sudden movement, it's gonna upset the chassis as well. And also be careful of other drivers because when it snows a lot, you cannot see the marked lanes clearly. So they will, unintentionally come to your lane. So just do not panic. Just no sudden movement. Just go easy. See, sudden brake, it's not doing any good. Sudden steering wheel, not good either. So just easy on the gas, easy on the brake, easy on the handle. So, and most importantly, you got to go slow, right? If you go, it's the law of physics. If you go fast, there's no solution for that. So, let's not put ourselves in the situation where it's too late, right? Just go slowly, especially with your family inside the car, with your friends inside the car. Just go slowly. Does not matter if there's a person behind you honking at you, but just go slow with your pace, and you should have no problem. Yeah. Okay, that was little. You see, gotta go slow. You see there. So, gotta be easy. I think that's Kia Niro preparing for the next week's media test drive, but don't say I said anything about to Kia. Okay, that was a little bit about how to drive in heavy snow conditions, especially with all electric vehicles. And now let's talk about this Genesis G80 all EV car. And feels a little bit weird when you're driving this car because when I test drove the Hyundai Ioniq 5, Kia EV6, Genesis GV60, Tesla Model Y, S, and everything, they look like one, right? So, and when it drives like one, it does not feel weird. But this one, it just looks like any other Genesis G80 from outside and inside. And so when it drives like all electric vehicles, it just feels very weird. I mean, even from the inside, visibility, it's same, right? It's same, good windows, small windows near the A-pillar, same size side mirrors. So it's very easy to drive. We also have blind spot monitoring system and also alert system. So it's very easy to drive and everything looks and feels the same. Still very premium looking and feeling leather. Really love this two-tone steering wheel. We also have a 12.3-inch screens, but there's one difference. It also shows the dual motor system working with the voltage in the middle, stressing this is all electric vehicle. And it's actually to save to enlarge the range, the front motor decouples once it starts moving. So I think that's a pretty good idea. So except that, everything looks pretty much the same. And also we have a power charge meter to the right. And except this one, the 14.5-inch screens looks very much the same. We have an EB button right there. We also have a solar roof on the top. Battery percent 45%. And next charging station close by, and also tells you the range with the and without climate control. So and I was a little bit worried about the headroom. I'm about 6'2", but headroom seems very same for the Genesis G80 EV model. Sitting position is quite the same, but we do not have panoramic sunroof as an option. You can only get solar roof on the top, which gets you about 715 miles of range with the solar roof charging yearly. So and Genesis charging about $1,200 US for this option. So guys, do let me know whether you think it's worth the money. And unfortunately, we cannot do 0 to 60 and braking time today. Really wanted to show it to you guys, but Genesis says this dual motor system, it only comes with dual motor system with a 78.2 kilowatt hour battery pack. So this guy, Genesis says, will do 0 to 62 miles, which is 100 kilometers per hour within just 4.9 seconds. Let me just put the car into sports mode and yeah. For safety reasons, let's not do it. But in sports mode, yes, I think it's gonna be around 4 seconds. I told you we have lots of leather here and there, but this one is upcycle material. It's not open pore wood trim here and on the door trim, but yeah, it's quite nicely done. Every bit feels like a Genesis, and we also have lots of physical buttons and dials for the media and climate control, and we also have, yes, heat pump right here, and also driver only buttons, so you know it will shut everything off except for the driver's seat, so you can stay more efficient. Okay, and we also have you know, it's a very cold day here in Korea, 3-stage heated and ventilation seats, and 2-stage heated and steering wheel. So it's very nice. It's about -7 degrees and feels very nice. And love the fact that we also have a ergo seat with the massaging seat. So it's very comfortable. Okay, now let's quickly talk about the dual motor system with the battery. We have a 87.2 kilowatt hour battery. That's only battery, which is a lot larger compared to even Kia EV6, which comes with 77.4 kilowatt hour battery. So, and this will charge both using 400 and 800 volt charging system. And when you do use an 800 volt charging system, this will take about 22 minutes to charge from 10% through 80%. Like I told you, this only comes with dual motor system, one on the front, one at the rear. So it's rather nice, even in this snowy conditions. You know, it's got no problem. It's just even uphill starting. It has a very, very good tractions, but it's a very slippery today. It's a rear bias, so if you're not careful, the rear will pop out. And the most different thing about this car compared to any other Genesis models, even compared to any other Hyundai models, is it's so quiet. I think it's even quieter compared to Genesis G90. We showed you the second one, because we have no engine up front. We have a double laminated windows all around, and I think the chassis and all the isolation for the Genesis G80 is just better than any other Hyundai models and any other all-electric vehicles. And plus, since we do not have any engine up front or anything like that, it just feels very nicely isolated. I wish I can show you all the corners and everything, but today I think we should just have to be careful so we can we can go back home safely, do not crash this car, and so we can continue making car reviews. Okay, so but yeah, this have to be easy on the gas, but it feels very quiet, and this car has so much power. Actually, if you want to see me taking corners with this Genesis G80 all-electric vehicle, please refer to the link above, because we had a night drive yesterday, you know, also demonstrating digital matrix lighting system. So at the countryside, I drove about 2 hours from my office, where there's no street lights, and on the winding road, I really took it to corners. And with the battery on the bottom, this car actually handles very nicely, surprisingly, and just has so much power with the dual motor system. So one thing, you know, I wish this car had a little bit better tires, because, you know, with all the 700 Newton meters of torque, this will sometimes need a little bit more tractions. Okay? But overall, it's a very, very nice system. So let's try driving on highway. And I forgot to tell you about the range. For now, there's no WLTP or EPA numbers just yet. So let me just tell you what the Genesis got from the Korean government officials. It's got 427 kilometers of range combined, which is only about 265 miles. So it's not much, but as I always tell you, Korean governments, officials are very stingy. So let's wait and see. Even for Kia EV6, it was very stingy. So, but we managed to drive a lot more than the what Korean government officials suggested. So let's wait and check out the WLTP or EPA number soon in the future. And about the pricing, this Genesis G80 all-electric vehicle isn't cheap. I think you guys gonna get Kia EV6 with the starting price of $45K US dollars when it gets launched in the North America. But this one, there's no international pricing, but direct conversion, Genesis is asking about 74K US dollars here in Korea, and that is of course before any government incentives. So but still, that's same case. The same goes for the Kia EV6. So yes, this Genesis G80 is quite expensive. It is so cold right now. The window wiper is frozen too, so it's quite cold there. Right now we're on the highway, so let me just show you the adaptive cruise control working with lane keep assist. As you can see, the adaptive cruise control is working very properly, keeping a safe distance with car in front, but lane keep assist is not working because it just cannot read the lanes on either side because of the snow. So like I told you, during very heavy rainfall or snowfall, do not rely on adaptive cruise control or lane keep assist, because sometimes during very heavy snowfall, the radar sensor can be blocked from the falling snows, and it'll be like closing your eyes. So yeah, be careful. Make sure every time, make sure that the system is working properly, and then engage your system. Okay, so yeah, it's snowing like crazy. So much snow on the floor. And I told you this Genesis G80 EV feels very nicely isolated, even on, cannot drive all that fast, but we're driving about 90 kilometers per hour, but it feels very nice. Feels very nicely isolated, and because we have battery on the bottom, it feels very nice, planted. But still, even in this conditions, you just have to go slowly. Yeah. So we made it safely in one piece. Sorry about all the mess. We have lots of snow, calcium chloride and everything, but let me just quickly show you the car from the outside. This Genesis G80 EV is actually first all EV vehicle from the Genesis. This was first, and the Genesis GV60 was the second, and I think in a few weeks we'll be able to show you Genesis GV70, so stay tuned for that. And unlike Hyundai Ioniq 5, Kia EV6 and Genesis GV60, this guy is based on not eGMP platform, but actually shares its platform with original Genesis G80. So let me just tell you what are the advantages and disadvantages of sharing platforms. Advantages goes pretty much to the Genesis. By sharing the platform, Genesis is able to minimize the changes, therefore minimize the cost and also minimize the time. Basically, Genesis is able to introduce new EV car rather quickly with less R&D cost. What about the disadvantages? Well, disadvantage, let me just show you the second row seats. We also have self-closing doors. And for the disadvantages, yes, this Genesis G80 EV is about 10 millimeters taller compared to a regular Genesis G80s. Tiny bit, but think battery has to go somewhere. Yes, battery is placed on the bottom. So I mean, as I told you, the first row seats, headroom is pretty nice. But for the second row seats, it feels a little bit tight. So yes, you do lose some headroom because of the battery placed on the bottom. And also, there's not much room for my feet as well. But other than that, it's pretty much the same Genesis G80 from outside and from inside. Okay, since we are here, let me just tell you a little bit about this Genesis G80 all-electric vehicle, second row seats. We have cup holders, very nice looking, comfortable armrest with lots of control. Genesis control here, motorized sunshade for the rear, manual sunshade for the side. We also have a TV right here on the right and left side. This is about 2,000 US dollars direct conversion option here in Korea. So guys, do let me know whether do you think it's worth the money. You can do lots of things. You can also check out the map, climate, and many things. Weather, let's see. It's snowy, right? It's snowing, -7 degrees. And you can also check out the, change the ambience lights, check out the camera. So you can do many things. We showed you many times, so let's just gonna skip it. And we have a double laminated windows even for the second row passengers. Very nice Lexicon sound system. And we also have a good storage area with 2 earphone jacks, 1 USB charging ports. And one funny thing is there isn't any ventilation seats for the second row passengers. It's only heated seats for the second row passengers, and I do not know why. We also have air vents, climate control right here, and we only get ski through right there. Okay, now let me just show you the car from outside. And by the way, like I told you, there isn't any panoramic sunroof as an option. You can only get solar roof on the top. Okay, let me also show you the car from the outside. We still have same bonnet, Genesis logo in the middle, 2-line DRL with quad headlamp system. This also supports digital matrix lighting system. It was very effective. If you have not seen our matrix LED headlamp system demonstration, please refer to the link above. And changes happens right here. We have a closed, different pattern grille right up here. This is a radar sensor for the adaptive cruise control, 360 camera, and we have a different lower bumper design, openings in the middle, air curtains on the side, and now we have a chrome strip that stretches all the way, covering the front fascia. So, and we have the charging ports on the right side. And let me just show you the front. Like I told you, you can get this Genesis G80 with only single battery, 87.2 kilowatts hour with only dual motor system, cranking about 272 kilowatts and 700 Newton meters of torque. And there isn't any front because I think Genesis needed all the room under the bonnet. But says EV, it's got some fluids here, lots of cables. Okay, so let me also show you the car from the side. Everything looks pretty much the same. 2-line side repeaters, side mirrors are bolted on the side, and small windows to give you better visibility. Everything looks pretty much the same, except now we have this good looking rather for you know, all EV car. 19-inch rims, only comes with 19-inch rims. It's wearing 245 45 by 19 on front and back. And we usually show you the braking performance, but no can do today, right? We also have a 4-piston calipers up front, so it's got good stopping powers. And can you show this one? I'm not sure if you can see this, but we have a you cannot get this car as with the panoramic sunroof, but you can get it with the sunroof on the top. And like I told you, it's gonna average, in average charge about 715 miles of range yearly. And Genesis is asking about $1,200 US for this option. So guys, do let me know whether you think it's worth the money or not. Okay, so just keep it going. Sorry about the rear design. Cannot see much, but yeah, we have a two-line tail lamp system, same, and we have a Genesis lettering somewhere around here. Says Genesis G80, but very weirdly, even this has a dual motor system. It does not say all-wheel drive. And this part is a difference because for aerodynamic reasons, it's different. Reflectors here. It's cold, and we do not have any exhaust pipe on the bottom, so rather this backup lamp is placed a little bit wider. We have what do you call it, the Matrix LED license plate, and we have a trunk. And I forgot to tell you, but there's one more disadvantage for sharing the platform. Let me just clean up the trunk and show you pretty soon, okay? And one other disadvantage is that the trunk, the volume is sacrificed because I guess Genesis needed a room to place the rear motor, so we have a hump in the trunk. So that's one other disadvantage. And we also get some tools and a fixer flat kit, and the battery is actually located on the right side. These are, you know, for the 2-channel black box. Okay, so you only get a ski through in the middle, less trunk space. So guys, do let me know what do you think about the less trunk space in the comment section, please. I don't know, does it go this way? Oh, we can also put it like this. But yeah, so you can close everything nicely. All right guys, this has been our test drive with the 2021 Genesis G80 all-electric vehicle. Sorry it snowed here in Korea so much that we cannot show you 0 to 60 times the corner and braking and everything, but I can tell you this Genesis G80 all-electric vehicles feel so much mature and luxurious and premium compared to other models such as Hyundai Ioniq 5 and Kia EV6. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be back with much more. So if you love cars and car reviews, please do support us by subscribing to our channel, and also hit that bell notification so you don't miss out in the future. Thank you guys, see you soon, stay healthy, and bye-bye. Wow, birds. Flock of birds. Look at that. Oh my God. Wow. Ooh, landing.